Someone asks, what is it about sadness, grieving, mourning, losses? What is called sadness comes from staring at a corner, at a transient phenomenon alone, without noticing the room where the corner belongs to. To look at a certain corner more closely can be helpful for discovering the quality of this corner, yet to stare at it comes along with rigidity, and thereby tightening happens. Without naming something sadness, there is plainly the phenomenon of tears, or the phenomenon of heaviness, or of crying. The message of all that is called mourning or grieving is not to take something for granted, not to ignore the gifts of transience, not to miss the possibilities of experience, of discovery, of chances to grow, to learn, to let enrichment happen. Without the experience and the feeling of loss, the treasures cannot be acknowledged as treasures. Thereby the value of something that exists bodily or energetically cannot be seen and might not be used as long as they exist. A loss is an invitation to cherish the gifts existing. When a string of a guitar breaks, it can be experienced that it comes with an effect for the whole instrument, and also for the music that can appear through this instrument. The value of the strings that work can be acknowledged. Someone who loses its eyesight and gets it back again will not take this for granted anymore, and is invited to make use of this ability to see. Someone who breaks a leg and cannot walk for a while will the ability of walking not take for granted anymore. One who loses a close companion can see the value of such companionship, and might value more the companionships existing, and does not take them for granted anymore. A loss is an invitation to become more aware of what truly exists, to become more free of ignorance and numbness. Sadness is something that describes the staring at the loss without noticing its invitation. By ignoring the invitation, a feeling of stuckness can come. Grieving and mourning are movements that empower to step out of ignorance. They are calling for being wholehearted, so to speak. They invite to an all-embracing aliveness as long as the body is warm and of use. They invite to become aware of the jewels, the treasures, the nourishment. To follow this invitation, gratefulness can take shape. With gratefulness, also opening up happens. It is a gate to wisdom and to love. Losses exist to serve wisdom itself, love itself. Losses help to become more awake, more aware of what truly exists, to use body existence more wisely and to cherish it with loving tenderness. Losses enable bowing towards everything that is not transient by experiencing it through what is transient. Where gratitude is born, greatness can take shape. It enables to step out of littleness, limitness, to go beyond the known, to let go of thinking patterns of boundaries and bondages. It might seem like a paradox that what is not transient can be experienced through the transient phenomena. Grieving is like the rain for the plants of tomorrow. Grieving is transient. Plants are transient. Yet growing itself is not transient. While not staring at a dying plant, wisdom of growth itself can be experienced. A tree stops growing in a cold winter. It looks dead. But in springtime it unveils that it just seemed like this, and truth can be found in a more encompassing way of seeing. A dead plant might look as if its life was in vain, yet its seeds tell at a different time something else. Where a garden or a forest is completely destroyed and looks like as if aliveness would be gone forever, seeds keep staying existent, hidden deeply. Grieving can be the rain for that is hidden, unseen, unnoticed, unknown. A loss is also like a footprint, like a reminder that growing itself exists, that aliveness itself exists. Mourning is a messenger of aliveness.